I'm so tired. Everybody wasting their time talking about what shoulda, coulda, woulda. What about the now? Who gives a shit about yesterday? We can all cry and complain about yesterday, 2 years ago, 3 years ago, what the hell happened to us in our childhood. That has nothing to do with now. What are you doing now? Are you a hero? Or are you sitting there in silence? Or are you calling other people out? Or are you calling out people that are hurting like a bitch? Or are you sitting there my heart hurts. I cared so much about this movement. And I still do, and I don't give a fuck if anybody says anything about me crying. I don't give a fuck if anybody says they don't agree with my opinion. People are being hurt. Families are losing everything. I don't give a fuck about anybody's ego or pride or fucking dick measuring contests. I don't give a fuck. We know who was right. We know who abandoned shit and didn't care and who was there for selfish reasons. We know who's probably set up and freaking paid off, who made their money and ran. Come on. And if you can't figure out by now who was actually in it because they cared, it's not that hard. If you find yourself, you keep being called back to have something to say because you can see people are being hurt and people are being taken advantage of here and people's livelihoods are being played with, then be the change. We can't just be the change by teaching people how to make money. Like I said, a change has to happen in this market. We can sit here all day and ride the waves with them. I can ride the biggest waves. I can make 100% plus gainers like it's nothing. I don't care. If there's people out there that are staying in just this and are not learning that, I'm doing good things by teaching that, but at the same time, there's people that don't want to listen and learn that, and they're entitled to feel that way. We are all entitled to feel our own way, and it's okay to disagree. We're adults. Hopefully most of us are. Should be able to disagree like civilized adults. I can't stand when somebody's down and people kick them. I've had it done to me so many times in my life, it hurts. I don't like watching it. My whole life I stood up when people got bullied. And I know a lot of you have seen it on Twitter. I always stand up when somebody got bullied. It's who I am. It's why my soul was tied to this movement. Because everybody was from different parts of the world. It didn't matter what your race was, what your religion was, what amount of money you had, or how many shares you owned. People came together to make a change. Where are those people? Because that heart, like a brave heart, that's what this movement needs. This movement needs voices. This movement needs powerful voices to speak out, to make a difference, to make a change. Not because it's gonna do something for your own pocket, even if you're not in it, even if you only own a few shares. Does it matter what any of us own? It's about doing the right thing. And there's not one single person that can tell me that what goes on in our stock market is just acceptable. And it's just okay for us to learn to accept it and live with it, because we can get rich off it and just ride their waves the whole time. Fuck their waves. How does it fucking change if we don't turn the tables on them? Do you get that? It doesn't matter what we build if we don't take that power back. Your kids, your grandkids, want them to just be ruled by people like this their whole lives? Come on. Stop acting like we're all doing something so great. And actually do something great. Why can't we? Why can't we all come together and use our voices and speak to the goddamn media that we're told not to speak to, and get off Twitter instead of tweeting about it, and take it to where more people are gonna hear it, to where we're not silenced, to where we don't shut up? I am not, again, sitting here acting like I'm perfect. You know how many videos I made? I know what I've done. Believe me, I've paid my karma for the shit I've done. I don't act like a goddamn saint. But I've changed in the last 2 years. I have changed. And I can see the light. And I can see the fucking way. And I can show it if people would listen. But everybody's so stubborn and full of pride that they don't want to listen to anybody or anything. It's about clicks, and you've already said something, so you can never go back on what you said. Screw that. Be accountable. I'm being accountable. I was wrong many times. I'm not wrong about this. We were destined to be in this movement as voices for a reason. It doesn't just happen that way. You can have all the money in the world. You can have all the power in the world. And you will get respect from the people you give your money to, and from the people that make money off you. So will I. I want respect and change for the people that don't. For the people that don't. I want to help the people that don't. I want to help the people that are stuck in the mindset that I was stuck in a year ago. I want to help those people. And if they won't listen to a different way, we can be the voices. It's not that hard. People sat out here making how many videos a week on YouTube, on Twitter, how many tweets a week about a stock? How many times was hashtag AMC tweeted in the last 2 years? Could you imagine how much time and energy all of us have spent that we will never get back? Do we let it be for nothing? Just because we don't agree, or because we realize now maybe we were played. Maybe we should have done a certain something. Hindsight's always 20/20. Just why it's hindsight. What about now? Who are you now? I know who the fake asses were then. I saw through that shit. All of you. You know who you are. I stand by what I've stood up for. The people that I said had good intentions, that I know at that time did. I stand by it. What I knew this time last year, It's still the same thing I know now. But something has to change. And now, all everybody did was alienate big voices. And what are you going to be left with? A bunch of little Twitter birds tweeting to each other. No offense. Twitter alone can't change anything. But one person can. That has a voice that speaks out. That inspires the next person with a voice that speaks out. That gets out there and inspires the next person with a voice that speaks out. It's really not that hard. Why was it okay for the same two people, and I'm going to say this shit, why was it okay for the same two people only to go out there all the time on mainstream media? All the time. All the time. While we all sat there and stayed like caged birdies. Think about this. Think about this. There's always a reason. And if you need to look back to be able to move differently going forward, do it. I don't care about yesterday. I already know what happened yesterday. I don't care. Show me who you are today. Anybody can change. I don't give a shit those people that say a liar is always a liar, a cheater is always a cheater, a thief is always a thief. No, they're not. No, they're not. Anybody at any single moment can choose a different path, can choose to be better. And that one difference is like the butterfly effect. That one freaking difference can change everything. If people don't want to be voices, it's fine. But please don't kick people while they're down. Don't do it. I've been down so many times, and I've been kicked while I'm down so many times. I ain't no victim for it. I'll tell you what, I'm exactly who I am today because of that, and I'm proud, and I'm glad I was kicked while I was down. But they don't deserve it, and that's the truth. If you want a punching bag, use my name. Clown me. Please don't. Don't do that to people that held with everything that we're all in. That had this whole shit with Ape happen. Learn to empathize and feel in your heart and soul what somebody else's suffering must feel like. And we can all play victim over this ticker. Every single person can play victim over this ticker. Everyone. There's not one person involved that technically can't play victim at some point, that didn't have something said to them or done to them that was horrific or uncalled for or anything else. Where's the victim mindset get you? Get you nowhere. It's not going to help anybody. Saying that you're right every day doesn't help anybody. Change it. We can have the power to change it. So I'm going to ask. If people want to rise up and make that difference, we can do that. But I'm going to let you know, if you're going to sit there, the pissing contests, if you're going to sit there kicking people while they're down, what do you think the universe is going to send back to you? Nothing good. And if you are in this movement all in and you're out there tearing each other down, what do you think is going to happen also? Nothing good. It works both ways. On all ends, on all sides. It's how it works. Change it. Just be accountable for whatever you've done, whatever you said, whatever your part was, we all played a part at some point. Be accountable. And change it today. Help change it. If you help build it. Or else just shut up. That's all I have to say.
Well, good evening, all. Welcome. Wow, what an interesting video. Personally, I came for the squeeze and I stayed for the life coaching, but want to say what's up to the people. Manny, Bad Back, Lynn, also known as Railvin, and Model 3 Dude. Not sure where Antoinette is, but yeah, that one was for Model 3 Dude. Glad that he came while that was happening. So yeah, I mean, in addition to what's been said in the chat, well, uh, it seems like she's at a turning point. I guess that's good for her. Um, Always love a good meltdown. Love a good meltdown. Love the smell of a meltdown in the morning, in the evening. I'm glad I made your night, Model 3 dude. I am that makes me incredibly happy and proud. So Antoinette's too busy shorting AMC. Railvin. Railvin. Okay. So I'm sorry to inform everybody. The run up has been canceled. The run up has been canceled. At least that's what I'm seeing. So let's find out.
All right, guys, we have a problem. The cost bar fee
Uh-oh.
on AMC is dropping. First, it was at 40%, then it went down to 30, and I said, okay, well, this is sketchy. It's something to pay attention to. And now today, December 6th, it is down to 26.6% with over 1 million shares available to borrow. And here is our main problem. Another tokenized stock is here. It is issued. It started trading on December 2nd, and it is all sell orders. You can see it down here. This is a brand new token, and they found another way to drop the price. Again, this was created back in June, and following the FTX collapse, the cost to borrow started to rise as they did not have the tokenized stock to drop the price anymore. If you guys haven't been keeping up, this allows market makers, hedge funds, anybody who's shorting the stock to short more shares, and the reason for that is because these shares are attached to the price of AMC, and what it does is it makes the brokers think that there are actually more shares out there that are available to borrow, and they say, okay, you guys can keep borrowing shares, that's fine, and it's not that
attached to the price of the stock. What is this ticker? AMCC USD. Okay. AMCC. I don't even see it. What the hell? It said AMC Classic. Don't see that either. I don't know what the hell these people are using for drugs, but I gotta get me some of that so that I can have these epiphanies. What is he on? Oh, Gecko Terminal. Of course. We can't just use TradingView. We got to use Gecko Terminal. What the Okay. Let me go back a little bit. There's some interesting stuff here.
Is because these shares are attached to the price of AMC, and what it does is it makes the brokers think that there are actually more shares out there that are available to borrow, and they say, okay, you guys can keep borrowing shares, that's fine, and it's not that risky because, you know, there's this many shares available to borrow, so it's just going to keep dropping the cost to borrow fee. This is a problem going forward. Not only that, but the day this was created was the day AMC had the limit up, limit down pause.
Oh my God.
When it got halted to the upside. So this is just another very fucked up market manipulation tactic, a scheme. It's put out there Will we be paid attention
That doesn't
to?
make any
Probably
sense.
not. But what is going on, guys? Lottery Socks here. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome to the channel if you're new. Today we are going to be going over some AMC stuff, some research I've done for you, some DD, and then finally touching on the charts. All I ask in return is for you guys to just hit that subscribe button. It is free. Just hit it. Let's get into the video. Alright guys, so moving on from this, I wanted to cover this.
Okay, well, before we move on from this, let's look at something that this guy said. Okay. This is what do you say?
For that is because these shares are attached to the price of AMC, and
The shares are attached to the price of AMC. Okay. So this is I don't even know how to say this number. I'm not sure how to say this number, this price, but it's $0.0002257. How is that attached to the price of AMC? That's not attached to the price of AMC. AMC Classic. Okay. Let's see if we can find this. Ah, here we go. Well, this is DAX Screener. DEX Screener, sorry. Oh, there it is. There it is. Okay, where's the information about it? I want to know about this before I buy it, of course. What is liquidity? What is liquidity? How about coin market cap? This page has been created automatically. Please do your own research. Right. Oh, look at all those sell transactions. Holy shit. Holy shit. Not a lot of information here. I'm not sure how they figured out all of this, all these details about it, right? Well, anyway, AMC Classic. There it is, but it's not allowing me to do it. Or maybe it would. I don't know. Not verified. AMCC is not currently verified by CoinMarketCap. Right. So December 2nd. Okay, what happened in the AMC stock on December 2nd? Huh. Well, so I'm not seeing the similarity here. Oh, we're looking at 1 hours. Nope. Yeah. I mean, of course it went down. AMC also went down, but December 2nd looks nothing like December 2nd on AMC. So anyway, and the price is obviously not anything that's meaningful at all. So I'm going to have to call bullshit on that. Okay, moving on.
Alright guys, so moving on from this, I wanted to cover this tweet that goes, just so you all know, Citadel is about to own Ledger X, and while Congress takes SBF and FTX to ask about what happened, the real fraud will continue unquestioned. To tie this all together, Sequoia and Paradigm invest $1.15 billion in Citadel. Sequoia and Paradigm invested in FTX. Ledger X is the only company in the FTX family that is spared bankruptcy. Sequoia and Paradigm each have liquidation preference on FTX. That preference can also be utilized to negotiate anticipate an acquisition of Ledger X. Oh, and Ledger X is looking for an acquirer. It also has significant derivative contracts that show up in swap market. Moving on, Singapore joins the payment for order flow ban that will come effective April of 2023. Shout out to Dave Lauer and shout out to We the Investors. However, touching on Dave Lauer for a second, this tweet is questionable to say the least. Robinhood announced a new product.
Hold on.
Significant derivative contracts will show up in swap market. Moving on, Singapore joins the payment for order flow ban that will come effective April of 2023. Shout out to Dave Lauer and shout out to We the Investors. However, touching on
why would you do something like that, by the way, in editing?
Shout out to Dave Lauer.
Why would you do something like that?
That will come effective April of 2023. Shout out to Dave Lauer and shout out to.
Why would you just not fix it? I don't get it. I don't get these clowns at all. Anyway, Singapore, great, joins the civilized world, bans payment for order flow. I mean, Dave Lauer, top fucking grifter here, Dave Lauer. The civilized world, okay? I mean, I don't normally say things like this, but I mean, if he, like, I'm not even gonna say it, but it's just like, you worked for them. You worked for fucking Citadel. I guess the key word is worked, past tense, but anyway.
We the Investors.
Who cares?
However, touching on
Dave
Lauer for a second, this tweet is questionable to say the least. Robinhood announced a new product, an IRA retirement account, and they'll match 1% of your contributions. As a money-losing company, they're obviously doing this to be even more generous and not to try to induce you to actively trade your retirement funds to maximize payment for order flow revenue. Now, I don't know if he's being sarcastic, but there's just many ways this could go wrong. Robinhood is terrible. Robinhood issuing an IRA account that they're going to match you on with 1%. It's not a good thing in general, and I really hope he's being sarcastic. I know you guys, if you are going to open a retirement account, it's probably not going to be through Robinhood. And if you
like I love the judgment in his tone here. Like, you know, Robinhood's terrible and da 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 da, and you shouldn't da 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 with Robinhood. Like, if it comes down to having a retirement account versus, I'm sorry, if it comes down to not having a retirement account at all or having a retirement account on Robinhood, what's the better choice? What is the better choice for individuals' well-being? Not having a retirement account, so just don't have a retirement account. Yeah, oh, you shouldn't put it on Robinhood. Oh, okay. Okay. Good God. All right. Yeah, exactly. IRAs matching bad. YOLO good. Exactly. Exactly. That's what he's trying to get across here.
If you do,
Clown.
good luck to you. Let's move on. Apparently, Yahoo listed AMC and
What a dick. What a dick with dyed ass hair. Nice dyed hair.
in Mark Cuban's portfolio. Not that he owned it, they just recommended it, tied to how Mark Cuban's portfolio is being traded. So this is something I just wanted to throw out there and add into the video. Touching on what's going on with some banks and institutions. Institutions outside the US are holding an estimated $65 trillion in missing debt off their balance sheets through currency derivatives. It's all happening. It's all coming together.
It's all happening.
It's all being exposed.
Listen to him. He actually, at least seemingly, thinks that this is part of the quote-unquote plan. Holy shit.
Goldman Sachs plans to invest tens of millions of dollars in crypto companies following FTX collapse. They're trying to save the huge scheme that is going on. Crypto's doing bad, don't worry, banks are going to come in and save you. Brace for double-digit percentage drop to hit stocks, says Morgan Stanley, which is going to bring us over to the charts in a second. Just to remind you guys, we have CPI data coming out the 13th, which could move the market, and the rate hikes coming out the 14th, which is also most likely going to move the market. Now to touch on two things that involve war, North Korea issues emergency order.
It's going to be unchanged. These clowns going around there saying this shit, yeah, it's going to be
To prepare
unchanged.
military combat units at all levels, and Russian airfield near Ukraine border just got hit by a drone. Touching on that, the US stated that Russia has to pull all troops out of Ukraine. We'll see what goes on with that. And also North Korea claims that they have the most powerful nuclear force. Now guys, to touch on the charts, the S&P 500 is in this rising wedge, and it is really
rising wedge.
broke out of it to the downside. This is a bearish signal in general, and we just got that confirmation. The SPY is down 1.41%, but it keeps touching this trend line and it getting rejected at this trend line, so that would have been an obvious spot to purchase puts. Ultimately, we're just gonna ride the SPY down and see where this
obviously
goes.
yeah,
on my hands for now, but I'm watching to see if the SPY will hold 390, then 383, and by then the CPI data will probably come out and rate hikes will decide where the market will move. If CPI data comes out cold and the rate hikes are only increased by 0.5 basis points, then the SPY will probably have a rally that will close out the bear market, but we will see what goes forward. Now,
close out the bear market. He's ready for he oh my God. Maybe he'll YOLO all of his money into that position and get wiped out, and we won't ever have to listen to this guy again. That's possible. Hey, a guy can dream, right? I mean, come on. Close out the bear market. Give me a fucking
start to
break.
close out the video, but if you guys have
Rising
just hit that
wedgie.
like button. Okay,
I would like to give him a rising wedgie.
so we are on the 1 hour time frame, and you can see AMC is
oh, look at that.
But again, guys, this involves the tokenized security. This is exactly what they're doing. They're dropping the price drastically on AMC.
It is a rising, broadening, bullish wedge. It is a bullish signal. Ah, fuck.
And I'm going to say it right now. Yes, this can stop this point of interest where we want the run up to occur. Where we're essentially supposed to get this big move. This can prevent that, and we're going to see what we can do going forward. But
so now, I love it. So now the excuse is it's the tokenized stocks. It's the tokenized stocks. That's why. God damn.
With the drawings in, this is something that you could see based off of the run up back in June. I think the play is still on. Right? You could see a little bit of chop at this level, and that will still technically be a good sign. They dropped AMC quite a bit, but if we hang out around this level above 675 for a couple days and see a little bit of chop, you could see a move higher, but not with these tokenized securities being issued, guys. This is going to This is going to be able to suppress the price in unlimited amount.
That's not a tokenized stock, by the way.
That these can keep being created. But ultimately, this is what I got for you guys for today's video. I expect AMC to chop trade over here and essentially get that push, and hopefully we can see if we can do something about this. I'm going to tweet after this video. Make sure to just go.
You're going to tweet? Well, that's definitely going to take care of the problem. Let me tweet, and that'll fix everything. God damn. I mean, fuck.
Share your voice everywhere so we can get this out.
Lou's gone.
Touching on GameStop, the DRS amount actually.
I didn't even know that Lou's gone. Lou's gone? What happened? Who killed him?
Actually dropped, which is pretty weird. It got almost to 60%, and now it's at 58.3.
Haha.
With 1.2 million shares available to borrow and a super low fee. This is just sketchy, to say the least, that the DRS shares actually dropped. That's what I got for you guys for today's video. But
well, it sounds like either the old GameStop apes are you know, getting wise to the scam, or GameStop issued more shares. I don't know. Who knows? I mean, it's not a surprise. Oh, join Moo. Join Moo. Yep. Best platform ever. All right, let's see what we got here. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. YouTube
What's
killed
up,
him.
guys? Tommy. So here we go again. AMC getting crushed down 10%. Do I think this is really coming from the shareholders of AMC? No. I think this is people that want to bring it down. Now it's funny because if it hits $5, you know $5 is a good buy for a quick swing. Now they might try to bring it lower than 5 this time and bring it down even lower to scare the crap out of people. So just be prepared. Now, I mean, it looks tasty to me when it starts getting close to $5. I'm gonna watch it like a hawk. If it starts falling below that, I might buy it in like the low to mid 4s. If it does hit that, unfortunately, I hope it doesn't. Like, this is pretty disgusting. And now Ape's below $1. Jeez, it's below 90 cents. It's 3:23 Eastern time. Now, at the moment, it's about $6.05, I believe, AMC. Can easily get back into the 5s. They're probably going to short it after hours, or I don't even know if they can do that, but they can't. But it's just this is crazy. I'm gonna have to get off my phone because I think I missed a turn. But
what the fuck?
Listen, AMC's looking tasty to me. If it starts to fall into the 4s, I might swing this baby. I regret buying it at 5 the last time, $4.99.
Wait.
8, you know, and then it got crushed. But
Swing. Oh, now you are not. Now you've strayed off the path.
This is the usual.
Can't swing trade this. No, buy and hold only.
I might swing
Warren Buffett style only.
This baby. I regret not buying it at 5 the last time, $4.99, when it swung up to 8. You know, and then it got crushed. But this is the usual. So if you've been watching this pattern for a while, like I have, then you kind of know, like, you know, these plays can be swung. Man, what's happening with oil? Come on. All right, comment below. What are you guys thinking about AMC? What are we thinking? Are we looking to buy back in? Are we looking to swing it? What are we thinking? Subscribe. I love you guys. Like this. Tommy, out.
Is this the guy who said, Lou? I can't remember. All right, let's see here. Next.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I got a great one today about AMC, or AMC Networks, that is. We're going to talk about the
AMC Networks
and the misinformation that kind of went out today and had me kind of laughing when I first saw it. But before we get into this video, I hope it's entertaining for you. Please give a like on the video and consider subscribing to my channel. So AMC, right? AMC was basically there's misinformation that was put out saying that they're reorganizing and kind of like going bankrupt.
Well, that's misinformation because that's not what the information said. So right off the bat, I don't like this guy. Never seen him before, but first impressions, yeah, no. I mean, first impression was not swayed by these 3 letters here. CPA doesn't mean shit, to be quite frank. Does not mean you're a good investor or you know, really much of anything beyond financial accounting. But that's not the same thing as investing or trading. Certainly not. So anyway,
and it's actually AMC Networks after some clarity. And I have the kind of, I think, original tweet here from this Harvard.
Hey Tony, greetings.
Zhang guy. So he said, if you can see this, I'll try to zoom in a little bit. AMC Entertainment lenders again organized with restructuring advisors as the movie theater chain continues to burn a significant amount of cash per sources, AMC. So, it is interesting that he put this out because it wasn't correct information. And when I looked at it, I was like, yeah, first of all, yes, because AMC, I think, is a bunch of degenerate people who are gambling on the stock. And it's a massive,
that's
profitable company, and they are burning through cash. So, I was hoping, it would go bankrupt so people would learn their lesson, But that is not actually the case. They're restructuring, and AMC Networks is the one that's actually restructuring. And you can see, that you can see in here, they talk about the incorrect article, right? And Wolf of My Street, right? It's AMC Networks that is going through the restructuring. Note how the news and timestamp impacted the chart when it was released and headlined across the AMC page. This is ridiculous and incorrect. I mean, this guy's probably butthurt because he's probably invested in AMC like a degenerate gambler
Oh
that
yeah,
AMC
100%.
investors are. But anyway, AMC Entertainment leaders organized with restructuring advisors, reorg says. Now, if I go here and I take a look at AMC and you look at their news, here's Webull, right? And I do believe, I think it is in here, right? If I go, unless they deleted it. No, right here. This is from Benzinga too, right? So it's not really Weebull's fault. Benzinga is actually a good news article,
So,
right?
but I mean, I can't help but ask. We haven't seen anything that proves that it's actually AMC Networks. Like, we have one tweet that says it's AMC, and then we have somebody else who's an ape saying that it's AMC Networks. And here we have a CPA accountant looking at both tweets saying, "Oh yeah, look, see, it's wrong." What? We- Where's the evidence? I mean, did we get to it ever? Like, I'm, I
Or a
I'll just
publisher
shut
to a
up.
publisher. So it is kind of interesting, and they're even quoting routers right here too. So AMC Entertainment lenders organized with restructuring advisors, reorg says. And supposedly this is not true, right? Supposedly. Although,
Okay,
I
so
still think the
supposedly,
company's trash and it could definitely go bankrupt. But this gives a great opportunity for me. I've never talked about AMC other than I always thought it was,
you shouldn't. You just shouldn't do it.
not going to
Take
do
it from
well. I
me.
thought it was
You
a
shouldn't
pump
do
and
it.
dump. But I'll take a look at the financials quickly while, I'm kind of delved into the topic and all of that. But anyway, so it isn't true. It's AMCX, I believe, was the ticker symbol. If I can find it again. Yeah, AMCX. They're the ones that are going through restructuring to better set themselves up in the TV line industry, right? But anyway, I'll do a quick overview of this company. I'll take a look at their balance sheet. I'll take a look at their income statement and cash flows, and then move on. So AMCX.
Okay. Let's get back to AMC.
Have much growth necessarily. That is going through the false information. And somebody put out, Harvard Zang put out false information, which I believed at first. I was laughing because I thought it was funny. I probably shouldn't think it's funny, but with all the degenerates around AMC and the investing and all of that, just gambling on the stock in the past, I think it's kind of funny that it dropped. It still dropped at the same time today, 10%, but basically for no reason, unless you take a look at their financials. So if you dig in deeper, it isn't actually AMC. Yeah, he's got a yawning face because he's probably like, yeah, this is all nonsense. So anyway, the other thing I want to look at is, I'll take a look at AMC's financials. This is a good time.
Okay, so I'm not sure about this. I mean, that's pretty weak evidence. Here's an article about AMC Networks restructuring. This is on Reuters. This is from 6 days ago. Okay, this is from 6 days ago. AMC Networks last Thursday, estimated it would incur 350 to 475 million in pre-tax charges related to its restructuring plan announced on November 28th. This is a completely different notion here. They announced a restructuring plan. What does the AMC thing say? Let's find out. Let's get, I don't know, this. Here's Seeking Alpha. AMC Entertainment drops amid report of lenders organizing on liquidity concerns. A report that the theater chain's lenders have begun to organize as the company continues to burn through cash. That does not sound the same as a restructuring plan that's already been announced. I'm pretty sure. It also says that AMC is unrelated to AMC Networks, of course. So I'm not sure. I don't know. I don't know. But this is talking about shares down 42%, cutting 20% of the workforce. I mean, it's a different thing. I think it's actually about AMC Entertainment. I do, because this is not the same story, and it was 1 week ago essentially that AMC Networks was in the news. So why would it be in the news now? And it's about AMC style. It's about AMC Entertainment. It's about AMC Entertainment. The apes can tell themselves all they want. It's about AMC Networks. It's about AMC theaters. Sorry guys, it is. All right, we got that out of the way. Let's see what else we got here. Well, I'll entertain this meltdown. Since meltdowns, we love meltdowns, but I gotta crank the volume.
Of AMC, guys. All that I can tell you is what fucking control the stock price of AMC, guys. All that I can tell you is what the chart says. You see, if we were in a bearish triangle, if AMC was in a bearish setup, I would tell you we look fucking bearish, okay? But it's not. It is a falling, broadening fucking wedge. That is a bullish reversal pattern. I don't know what else to say. All right? Listen to what I'm saying. This is a bullish reversal pattern that is spanned for 15 fucking months. It's going to go up. I don't know what to tell you right now. Take a fucking breather. Jesus. Listen, all right, listen. I understand. I'm an AMC guy. I know it. I get it. People don't want me to do anything else. I fucking get it. I get it. I'm an AMC guy. I get it. Okay? But I can't do anything about the fucking stock price. I can't do anything about it. All that I can tell you is what it looks like. It's in a falling broadening wedge. It has an inverse head and shoulders. I can't fucking say anything else. Like seriously, listen, I sit on these streams for 7 hours a fucking day, demonetized, listening to whatever music I want to listen to, having a fucking blast, teaching people shit for free. What do you fucking want from me? Get off my dick!
Get off my dick, he says. 15-month bullish reversal pattern too. Gotta love that. Okay. David Lauer just shocked the nation. KC Shaw says ape delisting not possible. Who is this? Will Knowledge. Dear. Another new grifter. Oh, maybe not new. I don't know.
Boom, bam, back pow with another video. We're going to be talking about ticker symbol AMC for AMC Entertainment Holdings. I think I will also have a Ape video after this one, APE.
Why?
So AMC, we're going to go over some levels. I gave you guys support level here, support level here. This is exactly why these levels are important, because it tells me when I need to buy something, when I need to sell something, when I shouldn't buy something. It tells you a lot. So if you see AMC breaking down, breaking buying level, breaking the first support, breaking the second support, what is that telling you? That's telling you
Short
that AMC wants to go down, so you can't buy that, right? I'm gonna give you guys levels I'm looking at. AMC has one last buying level, one last support. If it breaks both of those, AMC is probably going to be going down to $4. But as long as it holds it, then we should start to see some higher prices. This is a very heavy pull down on AMC, okay? Very, very heavy. I'm pretty sure they're shorting all of this, right? Because these are very large movements to the downside. This is also why I say do not chase
What's
price.
the market been
Always try to
doing?
find a clear entry and clear exit, because this is why. You do not want to be holding a bag. Notice that resistance level at $9, it hit
Well,
it
that's
perfect,
true,
and
but
then we had that resistance to pour down. So I'm gonna update you guys on all new levels. So smash the like button, subscribe if you are new. Make sure you join the team. You can use code 10HAPPY. It gives you 10% off your first month or 10% off your first year.
oh
Depending on
dear.
which one you pick when you join the team. You go to all my buys and sales. I teach you guys how to trade, find support levels, buying levels, resistance levels, and how to really build yourself as a trader. Do not worry about the dollar amount. Worry about the information you can get for that dollar amount. 10 happy, 10% off your first month or
What
your
the
first year.
fuck?
So AMC, we have support, buying pressure, entry. That's what I was looking for. I never saw an entry in here, so I never did buy AMC when it started this runoff here. I never bought it, which I'm glad I didn't, because I would have been holding the bag right now. Okay, that's what we don't want. So right now, we're not on this anymore. Okay, we are on support now. We are back to support. So right now we need to find support on AMC. I did have a target of about $10. That is going to come down too. We was looking for price to
What?
pull down here and go to that $7.80 buying pressure. That broke.
How is
Then
that
we were looking for price to go
support?
down to the $7.20 area. That was our first support level here. That broke here. And then today I was looking at support level at $6.50. That broke. If you go down to the 5-minute chart, look at that. Tried to show support, broke. When we got to the support here, tried to show support, broke. Support actually showed as a resistance and then came down. That's even showing more selling pressure. So nothing too good right now in AMC. But like I said, we have one last support level and buying pressure area, and it's actually two levels in one. And that level, I'm gonna turn it into a buying level because it's actually more of a buying level than a support, but it's 2 in 1. And that buying level is $5.50. This is a support level. This is a buying. Easy as that. Prices will another 25 profitable every week. We are the green team over here. Okay. We even did a scalp today on QQQ. I sent you the month, the strike, where I'm looking to exit, what type of play it is.
Yeah, no. Okay. Oh, my favorite. My favorite new grifter. You know, who's the top grifter this week? Who's the biggest scoundrel? I think I have an answer for you. Maybe.
Hey friends, welcome to Stocks and Crypto Plays. Today I am talking to you about AMC stock. I
Really?
have some really great news today. You're probably looking at the numbers, you're looking at the stock market at AMC and you're seeing red. You're probably feeling a little disappointed, but I'm telling you, this is great news. You're probably thinking like, how is AMC price going down? Great news. That makes no sense. I'm going to explain to you why that's great news. And no, it's not so that you can buy more. That's not the reason why. Hopefully you have enough already. But before I get into it, please hit like, please hit subscribe, please add notifications at the very end of the video, share it with a friend. Okay, so let's get started. Today I'm talking to you about AMC stock. As of right now, the stock is down 16% on the week. Okay, so if you were to look at the stock, it's kind of like going like from here, it kind of just like a steady little line, kind of like this, which you can see that I've posted on this video for you. It's kind of like
Why are we
going
looking at
straight, kind of down 16%.
why are we looking at Robinhood charts too, by the way? I thought Robinhood was the devil or something.
that I
heck?
posted on this video for you. It's kind of like going straight kind of down, 16% down on the week. And I'm going to tell you that's good news. And you're going to say, why? Why is that good news? And it's not because you can buy more. That's not the reason. The reason is we're very close to the short squeeze. And I'm going to explain to you how I know
Oh,
this.
God. How do you know it?
I'm using Tesla as a comp. Tesla had a special dividend in 90
Oh,
days after the special
yeah,
dividend.
because it's such a great comparison. Tesla versus AMC. Model 3, dude, are you hearing this? Are you hearing this? Are you hearing this? Oh, my
They
God.
had a massive short squeeze. And the reason being is because when they had that special dividend, all the short sellers had to cover and account for their fake shares. So
What, they were fake shares of Tesla now? God damn it, these motherfuckers and their fucking fake bullshit. Jesus.
what's going to
Okay.
happen now with AMC is going to be very similar. Now, the date is in question. I'm saying it's December 15th.
Why is it in question? You said 90 days. That means that you looked at Tesla and you counted 90 days, and it's exactly 90 days, either business days or trading days or calendar days or whatever it is. So whichever one it was, then take AMC and apply that 90 days to that, and then you should have the date. If you can't do that, then I'm sorry, friend, you're full of shit. You're full of shit.
15th, that's just an estimate. So what's going to happen now with AMC is going to be very similar. Now, the date is in question. I'm saying it's December 15th.
That makes no sense. The date can't be in question if you said that it happened with Tesla. That makes no sense. What are we, not even 2 minutes in? And if I, God forbid, were coming upon this video trying to, see whether I should listen to what he's saying about AMC, all you have to do is apply a little critical thinking, and it's just like, next, nope, this guy's an idiot. Next, what do you got? What's next? This guy's a moron.
That's just
But
an estimate.
we're not here for that reason, so I'll continue. But just so if that would be it.
Now,
Anyway,
the date is in question. I'm saying it's December 15th. That's just an estimate. So
oh
potentially,
God,
we're
estimates.
8 days away from the T plus 90 short squeeze. Don't quote me to that exact date. Don't be ridiculous. Don't comment below, hey, I'm going to contact you on the 16th, and if this didn't squeeze, you were wrong.
Well, so here he wants to have it both ways. Yes, I'm making these wild predictions that are going to make you feel good inside. But also, don't hold me to it. Don't hold me to it. Don't be ridiculous. God, what a clown. This guy sucks.
It's not that way. I'm giving you a general time frame of December 15th as the T plus 90 short squeeze. Many people have commented in my previous videos that they've calculated it to December 29th. Some have calculated it to January 2nd. It's hilarious to see all the different calculations on the 90 trading days. Some people put it in November. It's so funny to see, but I've calculated to December 15th. Keep in mind, that's just an estimate, friends. So today, I am going to show you what Tesla did. So if you take a look,
I thought maybe he was.
at Tesla, and it's hard to find this historical data because
What?
the powers that be hide this information on the internet. They push it down, they scrub it, they pay money to hide it, and
What the
put it in a
fuck
corner so
are
it's
you
not easy for
talking
you to find.
about? Oh my God. Gaslight us a little bit fucking more. Jesus Christ. The data is hard to find. No, you just have to be not a fucking moron. Holy fucking
The one
shit.
behind the scenes doing
I
the
fucking hate
research
this guy.
Before I do these videos, spending hours doing
He's such a fucking little sassy little bitch too. Ugh, God, his attitude. Fucking
research and
horrible.
studying and putting numbers together.
Research and studying and putting numbers together. Oh, okay. I
And
mean,
prep.
if you could find them, they're so hard to find.
And I'm doing these videos for you, friend, for the AMC community, friends, which I am a part of.
Oh yeah,
I am
sure.
looking forward to the short squeeze. So here we go. Tesla.
This guy is a beta bitch.
When they did the special dividend, their stock was running a little under $200, 180-ish, 190-ish, a little under $200 when they did the special dividend. And 90 trading days later, after they did the special dividend, it shot up to about $1,700 per share. They had a huge, massive short squeeze. Now, AMC has been shorted much larger and much harder than Tesla. But I'm using Tesla as an example because of their special dividend, and AMC had the special Ape
Is that
dividend.
true? I don't know.
If you take a look at this chart that I posted on here for you, notice that Tesla, when the short interest was very high and the shorted shares were very high, the Tesla price was very low. It was in the 190 range, which is not very low, but for Tesla, it was very low. It was in the 190 range. Then, if you look at the chart where the peak,
not at the time. It's not like it had been that much. Oh God, this guy's so fucking horrible. Oh my God.
the chart was of the
Oh
short
my
interest,
God.
and the short shares were the highest, the price of the shares were the lowest. And then look, as we spread just 90 days, approximately 90 days later,
Approximately.
the short interest go way down. You see the shorted shares go way down. Okay? See that? And then you see the price of the Tesla shares skyrocket. And you see the gap there. You see the gap in the chart. It's a 90-day gap. You see the gap. Everything was shorted super high. Shorted shares super high. Price super low. And then it switched all of a sudden. After the 90 days, you see the price go through the roof, friends. And that's what's going to happen.
Yeah, he's wrong about the about AMC being shorted more than Tesla, because it says right here that the bet against Tesla amounted to nearly $20 billion. AMC's short interest is less than $1 billion. I mean, obviously, because it's a function of the stock price, but I mean, still. And it's showing the short interest at a peak of like 25%, which is about the same as AMC. So, I mean, come on, dude. Like, what a clown. Like,
see.
Retarded.
So, right before the price of the Tesla skyrocketed, you see how it kind of dipped down a little bit? And that's what's happening with AMC right now. We're getting so close to the T plus 90. So close, they're giving their last ditch effort to get you to sell. And they pushed it down 16%. You see that? It's gone down 16%. Although we're still up on the month, we're down 16% on the week. So it's good news, friends. It's good news. We're very close to the T plus.
How are you up on the month?
Of a dip, which we've been seeing, which
what? Up on the month? No.
Makes me even more bullish. We see the dip, and then once that T plus 90 hits and they have to cover it, we're going to see this huge run up, and we're almost there, friends.
So if we don't see a huge run up, I mean, this is so it's like, this is my proposition to these fucking clowns, and I've been saying this for over a year. I've been saying this for a year and a half, and you know, nobody cares and nobody listens to me, and that's fine. I don't care, but you know, you're calling for a major run up. You're calling for a short squeeze. You're calling for the squeeze. Okay, do you realize that people have been calling for the motherfucking squeeze every day for the better part of 2 years? Okay, number one. Number two, they've all been wrong. Number three, you will also be wrong. And number four, when you're wrong, Will you shut the fuck up? Like that's my proposal to these motherfuckers. You've cried wolf so fucking much. You've been wrong every time about the basics. Not even about the squeeze, about the fucking basics. How many chances do you get to make a prediction and be wrong about it before something happens or you're canceled or people stop listening to you or people start calling you out as a motherfucking fraud? Well, I say today, right here, right now, you make a prediction? All right, great. T plus 90, December 15th. He said it. He said it. December 15th. And we'll give you a couple days because we don't want to be ridiculous. We don't want to be ridiculous about it. Well, hell, we'll give you the end of the following week. We're that confident. So the end of the following week, following your little T plus 90, if there's no squeeze, will you shut the fuck up? Probably not. Probably not. Oh my God. But Badback said it better here. Down 90% over a year and a half of being 100% wrong in everything they have said. And yet the arrogance is stronger than ever. How could you not trust these guys? That's what I'm saying. And the basics, like where money goes when it's lost in the stock market, doesn't get any more basic than that. Maybe we should organize a, no, never mind. Realistically, we can't have a Moass because I can't stand the thought of Scotty pivoting to motivational short forms. Oh, geez. Well, hopefully you won't have to worry about that. This time is different. Hey, Reed. T plus 90 was never going to work. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. These people in dates, exactly.
So
Fuck.
I hope that you guys are all very excited because I know that I am very excited. I'm feeling very bullish. And this test.
When have these fucking idiots not felt super bullish? Like, it doesn't mean anything when you say that. It doesn't mean anything when you say, I am super bullish. It doesn't mean anything. There's no contrast whatsoever. If this was a photograph, it would be all white or all black. No contrast. No discernible form. It's just all bullish. It doesn't work like that. You can't be bullish for 2 years in the face of a 90% decline and expect to be taken seriously and not fucking ridiculed and called out as a motherfucking fraud. You can't. You can't do it. Just like you can't kill Michael Myers. You can't. It's impossible. Okay.
Tesla chart is your proof. Just take a look at it. Why do you
Well,
think it went
that's
from
not
under
proof
$190?
because that was a different stock. And I mean, shit, you can count up the number of days between any two events and claim that there's a link. That would be faulty logic. I mean, we're getting in way beyond this guy's processing power. Antoinette's here. Hey, 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 hey. Fill in the blank. Who's fill in the blank? That they're a they're a chat moderator. So is that Tommy? Is that you, Tommy? Ah ha ha! It is Tommy. See, I got it before you said that, so I remembered. Um, she stopped shorting AMC long enough to hang out. Good. Just got off work. What are kids doing at the library this late? And Scott, or Tommy, good to see you, my friend. Tony Tinko, just have to believe so you can be bullish. Yeah. I mean, this is like adults believing in Santa Claus here. I mean, it's that level of delusion. Still shorting AMC. Well, make sure that you get some of those new AMC tokenized stocks. They just came out with a new one. They just came out. SEC really needs to go after these nut jobs. I mean, I agree. I think so too. Somebody does. This is absurd. It's absurd. All bad back once for Christmas is $5 AMC shares. Hey, you just might get your wish on that. I mean, I'm a little shocked that it was that easy. I mean, shit. Okay. Let's see if we can make a rant happen.
All the way up to $1,700 ish. Like, why do you think that happened so fast? Within the 90-day range, right after the 90 days after the special dividend. Why do you think that happened? There is no other reason than the shorts covered. There is no other reason. And the same thing is going to happen with AMC.
No other reason.
Why is AMC down 16% on the week? Ask yourself why AMC is down 16% on the week. Is it because apes are selling? They gave up, they're selling? Nope. You can see that 80% of the AMC shares being traded are on the dark pool. They're not even on the New York Stock Exchange. What's going on behind the scenes?
I think this guy's Canadian. Possibly. Not that that means anything in and of itself. I'm just pointing that out. But where is let's see, dark pool? It doesn't even say on this. I mean, how does this, what he's showing here, I mean, he said 80%. I mean, it says dark pool data, net volume 1.8 million. It says volume 34 million. That's not 80 fucking percent. What a fucking idiot. God damn it. And maybe it is because he's Canadian. I don't know.
You can see that 80% of the AMC shares being traded are on the dark pool. They're not even on the New York Stock Exchange.
What the fuck are you talking about? God fucking damn it. These guys, I mean, it's another fucking learning disability right here or something. I mean, I can't imagine being so full of shit and thinking that I could just say whatever the fuck comes out of my asshole at any moment. And these people are the audience members, they're too stupid to know and they're not going to look it up because that's the reality. They are. They're too ignorant to know, number one. And number two, they're not going to look it up. They don't verify anything. 80%, yeah? Oh, okay. What the fuck? No, it's not. And I figured out why their percentages, not in this case, but a lot of the times on Reddit and stuff are like 80, 90%. It's because they add in the SIBO Edge X for some reason. They think that that's not an exchange, I guess. I don't know. It makes no sense. They make no sense. They're ridiculous. But even yesterday, off exchange was 49.57. I mean, it hasn't been 60 is the highest it's fucking been. How many more lies and misrepresentations can he squeeze into a minute and 11 seconds?
What's
I wonder.
going on behind the scenes? Who's doing all this trading? Because the retail traders aren't. We're not selling. All the trading's being done.
Maybe institutions, the people who own the majority of the fucking shares. Yeah. Yeah. Institutions own the majority of the shares, not the apes.
The dark pool. So the market makers are holding back the price until they're ready, like I told you in my previous videos. Once the exchanges have the cash on hand so that they can pay you, the market makers will let AMC run. But they're not going to let it run until they have the cash on the exchanges. And that's what
Well, why would the market makers be the ones to let it run? You're talking about a short squeeze. What does that have to do with market makers? This guy downloaded fucking Robinhood earlier this year, I bet. And now he has a fucking shitty channel about stocks and crypto plays. I mean, this is like beyond ignorant.
they've
Fuck
been
me.
working out. And that's why you saw FTX playing games and they were shorting AMC.
Is that short the VIX's tad? No, I mean, it could be. I haven't seen Shart the, and you're saying it wrong. It's Shart the VIX, but I haven't seen him lately. You may have to go look him up and see if he's okay. Just got to check on him, my dude.
AMC, and they got exposed. And now we all know FTX never had the AMC shares. You guys have seen all the news. You've seen my previous videos. Everything's been exposed. Time's up. The T+90 is very close. We're about 8 days away. That's just an approximated time. I'll still be here. Okay, so hit like, hit subscribe.
Well, you can't hype the fucking date, okay? Listen, you can't hype the date and say it's 90 days and then say it's approximate, okay? That's what we call a bitch move. This guy is a bitch. He's being a little bitch. What the fuck? Oh my God. It's like, this is the most ridiculous garbage I have ever heard. When I say that, I'm talking about all the AMC stuff, not just this clown. But this guy clearly is the most ignorant of the new, like, fourth or fifth wave or whatever it is of these clowns. No question in my mind. Like, this is the laziest fucking content. Lazy, 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 lazy. Yeah, he does give stranger danger vibes. I would make sure that if you have a young son, just keep your eye on him around this guy, that kind of thing. Fake axe Doogie Howser. uh, let's see. I wouldn't meet him in a parking lot. Oh, geez. Just have to keep the faith. We all know the price is fake, but the Moass will be real. If you don't believe, how will we ever get back to Never Never Land, place where dreams come true? Reed should have been a grifter, my friend. You've got it. You've got the gift of grift.
Add notifications, share the video with a friend. I appreciate you all. Be sure to comment some very positive, bullish news below in the comments.
Bullish, positive news. Yeah, okay. Uh, um, the exact date is not important. We know we are close and we need to hold. This shit got me pumped. I know that nothing will happen with this T90 BS, but nonetheless, I love the hopium. I mean, what do you do with this? What do you do with this attitude? Okay. I know that nothing will happen with this T90 BS, but nonetheless, I love the hopium. What the fuck do you do with that? I have no clue. But what I know, you know what? What you do with it is Scotty picked the wrong side. I should have been a grifter. Yep, I should have. They love the hopium. That's all they want. They want the hopium. Why not give them what they want? But what I know is that in the long run, we will. Oh, yeah, here, this sentiment too. Somehow, nothing will happen on the catalyst date, right? But in the long run, they will prevail. They know this. They know it. They know that nothing will happen, yet they also know that they will prevail someday. It's like someday I will go back to live with my Jesus, my great grandma. Yeah, that day is called the day you die. So I don't know, but that may take another 24 months. Another 24 months. Yeah, right. I mean, not that it couldn't take that long. I mean, yeah, right. These clowns, 2 more years. I really don't think so. I really don't think so. All their electric will be shut off and they won't have a cell phone. I mean, come on. Uh, I'm getting December 29th. Okay. I have T90 on 12/27. I love it. Nobody can fucking Jesus Christ. Let's see. Got to catch up on the chat here. Leave a message letting him know we reviewed the video. I probably could do that. Scott, you coming to the Masked Investors Mansion party next month? He's having the McDonald's bash with all the tenders he has made. Oh yeah, I'll be there. Absolutely. Give me another hit of that hopium. Hey man, you got any more of that hopium? Of course, Lynn's going to the mansion party in Boise. Let's see. Apes act like a bunch of domestic violence victims. She will never hit me again. They love me. A couple of days later, yep. Cape Cod Mama Ape. Shower music. Oh, their top subscription, Trading with Emotions, that garbage channel. Okay, never mind. Let's see. Whoa, too big, too big, too big. There we go. Please be advised. Okay, let us go to Chart the VIX. Short the VIX. You're all wrong. Does he not? I guess he doesn't do AMC anymore. 3 months ago. The last AMC video is from 3 months ago. How the fuck is this legal? Financial media exposed. Oh. The honest truth about the squeeze from 5 months ago. Apparently I watched that. Well, anyway, let's just see what the fuck he's got out. We'll just view the. I mean, this is from yesterday.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another
What's
video.
going on,
In this
guys?
one, we're going to be going over exactly how you were all wrong. Now, it may not necessarily be the individual you right there watching this video right now, but there is a large group of people out there at this current time, large money institutions, maybe even groups of retail investors out there right now that are wrong about what is happening in the overall market. And it has to do with this pivot.
And he's going to be the one to tell us. Babyface here. Come on, babyface. Oh, look, he's got some scruff. Cute.
Narrative. Now, as we start to move into next week when we're going to have the CPI report and Jerome Powell speaking and giving that next rate increase next Wednesday, you're seeing a lot of money starting to flee from the market. But what
Yeah, it's either a tanning bed or a spray tan. Either way, I agree. Bullish. Look at that face.
happened? Weren't we looking for a pivot going into the end of the year and seeing what's going to happen?
That's an evil look right there. So his whole premise here is he assumes that you or the viewer, he assumes that the viewer assumed that there was going to be a pivot. And now, because he thought there, because I'm honest, obviously, because he thought there would be a pivot. But if you've been keeping up with any of the economic data, it's not that fucking hard to tell that there's not going to be a pivot. Inflation's going higher. It's not peak. Every indicator pretty much indicates, because that's what indicators do. They indicate that very, very little, if anything, has changed. So, but does it surprise me that this is the angle he's taking? Absolutely not. Yeah, he definitely needs to, he needs to move back home. Have mom do the ironing. I want to know who does Matt Stoner's ironing on Finance News. His shirts, and I commented on this last year. I noticed it right away. His shirts are pressed. They absolutely are. Pressed very nicely, professionally. I think he may be one of the few grifters, Matt Stoner, who actually enlists the services of a dry cleaner. I think he dry cleans his shirts. Anyway, yeah. Move back home, pick yourself up a Sunbeam iron, or use a dry cleaner. That collar is not up to grifter standards. Yeah, he did. The TMI removed his mask. All right.
Even though the Fed has said that the actual amount that we are raising rates by at every single meeting is becoming less and less important, and we're going to cover that as well. But guys, we have some large banking institutions kind of sounding the alarm here that we have.
Like, how can an increase by a smaller amount is still an increase? I know they probably didn't teach you that at the University of Connecticut. Did they? Did they? Oh, why would they teach something like that? Because you were supposed to have learned that in fucking 3rd grade. Oh my God. Tanko. Sir, how you doing? Matt Coles cares about stuff like that. Oh no. Matt Stoner. Yep. TMI removed his mask to show he's a chocolate rain guy. Oh my gosh. Tanko native.
Have to go over So before we get into all of that information, if you do enjoy the information and analysis that I provide for you guys in these videos, make sure you go down and hit that like button. It costs you nothing to do it, but it really helps us out a whole lot in getting this information out to as many people who want to learn. If you guys do want to see more videos like this, make sure you hit that subscribe button and comment down below if you guys are excited for the release of our platform coming out very, very soon. Also, sorry about the light in here. It's a little bit dark. In the Northeast, it just decides to get really dark super early, and my light is still broken. Sue me. So let's get right into the charts over here and take a look at exactly what happened with the SPY today. It was down about 1.44% on a pretty aggressive red day. Now, we've seen 2 of these in a row, which is why we're talking about how money is fleeing the market right now. Now, another indication of this is that if you start to look at these 10-year treasury yields right here, as these yields are coming down, and as we're going to talk about a little bit later, when these 10-year treasury yields go down, it means that there is more demand for government bonds. What are government bonds inherently? Well, they're less risky than the United States equity market or the stock market. So we're seeing people start to fly to safety. Now, this isn't necessarily going to set off the TLT play that we've been talking about a lot.
Oh my God, this is fucking horrible. I can't even stand to listen to this shit.
We come back to exactly what Chair Powell has said in the past on this question right here. So what I want to do is put that question of pace in the context of our broader tightening program, if I may, and talk about the statement language along the way. Now, we've read this in the past. But as we come down here, so now we come to the second question, which is how high to raise our policy rate.
It's so funny because he's the same. Like he's talking about something totally different than AMC, but it's still the same chart the VIX, you know, it really is. When we come down here and skip ahead, you know, just skip to the middle of something. Ugh, God, ugh, man. Okay.
What came out today that kind of spooked the market? Well, this was the first thing that we saw over here. Goldman Sachs CEO says recession is likely with a 35% chance of a soft landing. Now, if you...
Button. Yeah, you know, they all do say it's these goddamn fucking Zoomer, you know, button. Yeah, here, let me go back to the beginning and see if we can hear him say button.
You right there watching this video in the overall market when we're going to have the CPI report, you're seeing a lot of the end of the year and raising rates. Guys, we have some large... So before we get into all of that information, if you do enjoy the information and analysis that I provide for you guys in these videos, make sure you go down and hit that like button. It costs you nothing to do it.
Button. Yeah, there's no consonant in button. Button. It's a double consonant. It's a double consonant. Two consonants. Double consonant means no consonant, apparently. Button. Yeah, weird. Trying to sound Ivy League? Yeah, more like Bush League.
Cryptocurrency. After the bankruptcy of FTX, Solomon said he feels strongly about the positive potential of the underlying blockchain technology that enables digital transactions.
Oh yeah, blockchain, so fantastic. Let's build in a backdoor.
Over the last couple of weeks here. Now again,
fuck the blockchain. Seriously. My God. Ah. I mean, I don't know. Just and fuck Goldman Sachs.
Come down even further. Recently, we
it's TMI
saw another
time.
downbeat statement came from Bank of America CEO Brian Moynihan.
Oh God. Let's see, the unmasked investor. This kid is one parking ticket from playing for the other side. Yeah. I mean, he sure as hell looks like a hedgie these days. The Masked Investor, TMI Live.
A lot of smart people have a...
Oh, God. A lot of smart people have unsubscribed from his channel. Let's see. Bad market sell-off. See, 98% of CEOs are calling what? Does he not talk about AMC either now? Fuck. BlackRock just lost $2 billion. Oh, my God. So much money to them. Okay, this is from 2 weeks ago. Market short squeeze. Tomorrow can pop it off. Ken Griffin exposing FTX. Come on. Where the fuck? Talk. All right, fine. We'll just do the last video.
What's going on, guys? It's your boy TMI. I am the
Yeah.
investor. Thank you,
You
guys.
know what? That's so true. All the halfway decent grifters, they've all bailed. They have all bailed. Go to the boom 7 days ago. Boom. Okay, got it.
What's going on, guys? It's your boy TMI. I am the masked investor. Thank you guys very much for tuning in. All right, forget the intro right now, guys. This market absolutely ripped today. If you guys saw the video that I put out yesterday called Market Squeeze ? Of course, taking my bearish bias into effect and putting it to the side, we spoke about both the bullish and the bearish sides of every single thing in the market, and we saw a lot of it today. Fed Powell did speak. I'm going to go over that, break down the important things he said, what levels to look at, what that means for the market, and what we could be seeing tomorrow, as we do have PCE and the initial jobless claims data drop. So please, of course, guys, if you have smash that like button, subscribe to the channel. Before
By
we
the
get to
way,
the intro, I do want to play you guys something else too, right? We had a very successful day today in the Discord.
By the way, we do have that tomorrow as well. Looking at the calendar here, we have initial jobless claims, continuing claims, and 4-week average tomorrow. Is that what he said? I don't know if that's what he said, but we do have that tomorrow.
Several people have made a lot of money, but I'm not going to give you guys the gains. I want to give you guys a message that actually hit home today. TMI, your 408 call was almost prophetic. 2 sets of cheap calls after broke over 400, some for 405 and some for 408, and all of them sold for 500 to 600%. Not a risk I normally take, but they were so cheap, LOL. And we got some fire emojis there, right? So if you guys haven't yet, guys, feel free to check out the Discord. We have live streams every single day, 4 to 6 hours of it. We have traders in there who help people through their trades, entries, exits. I'm calling swing plays. We got meta swing plays. They're up 100% today. The opportunity's out there, but we only have limited spots left. The 9 to 5 trade group, I think we have 3 spots left. Days like today don't come by very often, but when they do, they definitely pay for the whole year of the Discord. All right. So without any further ado, guys, first the intro, then the info. Let's get it.
No intro. Wait a minute. This is a different intro. I'm not gonna play it.
So
shit out the park. I ain't chilling.
Yeah, new intro music.
Into it. Here we go. Let's take a look at what happened today with the Fed and what he spoke about and why it was so important that he was talking about easing as we head towards new rate hikes.
What's the deal with these guys wearing cross necklaces too? I mean, really? I mean, he's the second or third clown to be wearing a cross necklace. I don't know. I don't know if he would, but I'm not sure, honestly. I'll think about it.
What he spoke about and why it was so important that he was talking about easing as we head towards new rate hikes.
Thanks very much. Headlines from Jerome Powell's speech at the Brookings Institute saying there's a long way to go to restore price stability. He anticipates ongoing rate increases. However, he says the full effects of the rapid tightening the Fed has undertaken, and so it makes sense, he says, to moderate the pace of rate increases. Moderating that pace could come as soon as December. But before you think the Fed chair is getting too dovish, he goes on to say rates have to rise to a sufficiently restrictive level. That's a phrase the Federal Reserve has used quite a bit, and he's uncertain about what that rate will be. But in any event, the ultimate level is probably higher than the 4.6% projected in the September Summary of Economic Projections from the Fed. The Fed is likely to hold policy at a restrictive rate, quote, for some time. History, he says, cautions strongly against prematurely loosening policy. Quote, we have more ground to cover. Another quote, we will stay the course till the job is done. Getting into the nitty-gritty, what you'll see in the rest of this speech is if he opens a little window for the doves to come in, he quickly closes it. October inflation, he says, is a welcome surprise to the downside. But hold on, because he says down months in inflation have often in the recent past been followed by renewed increases in inflation. And here's a new metric for the Fed chair. He says we need, quote, substantially more evidence to give comfort that inflation is indeed declining, and he has not seen clear progress yet on slowing inflation. The path ahead for inflation, he says, remains highly uncertain. He is skeptical about private sector forecasts that show inflation set to decline next year. He goes into detail on inflation. Goods price inflation should exert downward pressure, he says, on inflation in coming months. However, housing inflation will continue well into next year when he expects it will begin to fall.
Now, take this in, okay? I don't know who the hell was speaking today when they stepped up today, but that was not the normal hawkish, bearish, take up my tools, federal pal. That was somebody's, you know, I don't know who. He needs to be urine tested. He needs to be drug tested. It might have been his twin brother. It might have been his evil brother. Maybe his nice brother. That wasn't the typical pal. All jokes aside, guys, we saw an absolutely rip in the market today. I do want to get into that. I'm going to finish this clip first, and then I want to take a look at what levels we have to look at for the SPY, because if we do break up just over where we are now in the after hours, we could be seeing a severe rip to the upside, and this could really have a, you know, an issue on shorts.
I love when they say stuff like that. Like, if it gets over this level, then we could really see it go. Or if it gets below this level, we could really see it drop. And yeah, I suppose that's true. But I mean, what happens when things get too low? What happens when things get too high? You know, what happens when things get too high? Gets sold. And what happens when things get quite low? Shorts cover, it pops back up. So it's always, they always over dramatize that kind of shit. But to answer your question, Tommy, this is what you want right here. And I will never speak of that again. Mainly because I don't want to get kicked off YouTube again. I don't know if it's illegal. I mean, against the rules, but that's it. And I love it. I do feel like the downvotes, the thumbs down, is underrepresented now because you can't see it. So that psychologically, I think, steers people away from it. But I also do look at a lot of these shitty videos where, you know, there's shitty videos by shitty creators with shitty audiences. So I really believe the 701, the 2 here, but sometimes it really makes no sense. It is accurate though. I did check it based on my videos, and it does display the actual correct number of downvotes because I can see that on my dashboard. So anyway, there you go.
Let's keep this going.
Steve, you're giving me the hook, my man, because we're going to go hear from the man himself.
Exactly, Tanko.
Here's Jay Powell.
Exactly. The higher you go, the harder you fall.
Without price stability, we will not achieve a sustained period of strong labor market conditions that benefit all. We currently estimate that 12-month PCE inflation through October ran at 6.0%. While the October inflation data received so far showed a welcome surprise to the downside, these are a single month's data, which followed upside surprises over the previous 2 months. As Figure 1 makes clear, down months in the data have often been followed by renewed increases. It will take substantially more evidence to give comfort that inflation is actually declining, and by any standard, inflation remains far too high. For purposes of this discussion, I'll focus my comments on core PCE inflation, which omits the food and energy inflation components, which have been lower recently but can be quite volatile. Our inflation goal is for total inflation, of course, as food and energy prices matter a great deal for household budgets. But core inflation often gives a more accurate indicator of where overall inflation is heading. 12-month core PCE inflation stands at 5.0% in our October estimate, approximately where it stood last December when policy tightening was in its early stages. Over 2022, core inflation rose a few tenths above 5%, and it fell a few tenths below. Mainly, it moved sideways. So, when will inflation come down? I could answer this question by pointing to the inflation forecasts of private forecasters or of FOMC participants, which broadly show a significant decline over the next year. But forecasts have been predicting just such a decline for more than a year, while inflation has moved stubbornly sideways. The truth is that the path ahead for inflation remains highly uncertain. For now, let's put aside the forecasts and look instead to the macroeconomic conditions we think we need to see to bring inflation down to 2% over time. For starters, we need to raise interest rates to a level that is sufficiently restrictive to return inflation to 2%. There's considerable uncertainty about what rate will be sufficient, although there's no doubt that we've made substantial progress, raising our target range for the federal funds rate by 375 basis points since March. As our last post-meeting statement indicates, we anticipate that ongoing increases will be appropriate.
Cared about people's jobs and didn't want to go through the fact.
But for now, I'll.
So I don't know who the hell that guy was. His overall first statement was one thing, and his questions, we're not going to get into his questions right now, but the questions, the Q&A, the answering after the fact, besides the fact that the guy who was asking questions looked like he was going to lose his voice the whole time, he was extremely almost charismatic. Like, he actually cared about people's jobs and didn't want to go too far. And I was like, this is not the same pal that we are getting consistently from quarter to quarter to quarter. But maybe, honestly, he did his job, because I came in thinking he's going to remain hawkish, and I was not expecting the Fed to take their foot off the gas pedal at all, and yet they did. Take a look at the market right now, guys. We saw SPY rip up over that 403 level we had yesterday. So for those of you guys who tuned in yesterday, I highlighted some levels here that I thought were pretty interesting to take. I actually had a huge green square here, right? It was a key level that I think we had to one break, which we did here, come back down, flood around, use it as a level of support, which we did here, and then we absolutely ripped all the way to finish that gap into close. Right now, we're currently sitting right below this white line, this thick white line. You know what this thick white line is right here, guys? Don't worry, I'm going to show you. Pull up here on the daily. That white line that we're sitting at is that descending level of resistance. See what this arrow is? The arrow is for tomorrow. This descending level of resistance.
Not tomorrow.
Chart, this macro chart
this
right here,
not,
right?
This is
huge line here.
7
We are
days
literally
ago.
on the 5-minute, just sitting below it. Look at this. We're trying to break above it right now as I'm making this video. By the time you guys watch this video, maybe you already did. It's very possible, but look at this, okay? It's good to have an idea for the macro picture so you guys get a better idea for the micro picture. Anyways, the point is the market can be very bullish. Now, what does this mean for everything else in the market? Well, as you guys saw with Tesla, Meta, Amazon, Nvidia, AMD, several stocks ran today because the overall market was feeling pretty bullish. There are shorts that are currently in the market that might get themselves caught with their pants down depending on how data comes out tomorrow. If data comes out with a bullish nature tomorrow, guys, please be prepared for anything and everything that is currently looking like it was getting beat down over the last few weeks.
So he was bullish.
To have a bullish run. But what does a bullish run look like?
Funny.
A bullish run to me looks like a break over. I'm going to push down to the 1 hour now so you guys get a better example of what I'm looking at. A break over that 408 level, which it looks like it's trying to do right now. See if it can come back down and use this as a level of support, which it looks like it's trying to do right now. If you can break up over this descending level of resistance, I can see a few different levels here on the horizon. One is come back up possibly.
Yeah, well, we know how that ended.
You guys look, and good luck with.
Okay. Now, see what we got here going on with Al. I heard he might have been
Okay, let's try this again. Okay, sorry about that. Uncle Frank had to take off. And we're back. Round 2. No. Usual bullshit. Uncle Frank took off because he wanted to go spend time with the wife. All right. Apologize for the wait. Pretty good. No. Frank out on bail. Yeah, pretty much. Then he bailed on me. Exactly. Oh. Hey
Is that
guys,
Al?
there's nothing really else to talk about. Should we just call it? Just call it a night?
Is that Al? Al.
Let's just call it a night because Frank's gone and there's really nothing else. We covered everything, so. No fuck games tonight, unfortunately. Are we in danger of losing Ape? No, absolutely not. Everything you're seeing is the average bullshit FUD that we've seen for years, last 2 years. It's nothing.
Years.
You guys. There's no bank.
Fake ass.
Nothing that indicates
Bostonian.
that. We're up right now in earnings. We've had so far. We haven't even released Avatar 2 yet. There's nothing that shows any indication of any financial problems. And if anything, it's probably better in the last quarter or two.
What the fuck is he talking about? What? No indication of any financial problems? Dude, what the fuck?
That we've seen for years, last 2 years. It's nothing serious, you guys. There's no bankruptcy. There's nothing that indicates that. We're up right now in earnings. We've had so far. We haven't even released Avatar 2 yet. There's nothing that shows any indication of any financial problems. And if anything, it's probably better in the last quarter or two. So I don't know what they're talking about. I really don't. Yeah, it's AMCX, another company that has a similar name to us. So that's all I have for you. Nothing really else to talk about. Thanks, guys. All right, we'll see you guys later.
What a dildo.
Right, bye-bye.
Watch this Avatar. This Avatar movie is gonna suck. Like the movie is just gonna be like objectively bad or something, and the apes will come up with some other excuse, or they'll pretend like it's not bad. I mean, they will do that. They're the kind of people that would do that. They would know that the movie sucks, but they would make videos talking about how great it is. Like they're that kind of people. What drug was he on? I don't know. Sounds like he was on potentially. I just sucked a big dick. Maybe. I think that's the drug he's
Day
on.
at 4 on Donahue.
This program is a paid advertisement for Personal
Here we go.
Institute Incorporated.
Yes.
Welcome to Secrets of Success. Discover how you can achieve financial freedom in the 90s.
Oh, yeah.
Your New Year resolution.
Yes.
Most people just talk about it. Are you going to make it happen?
Real estate expert Tom Vu on how to make a fortune in the 90s.
A lot of people in America are wealthy, filthy rich. Is the next millionaire going to be you?
Self-made millionaire Tom Vu has taught thousands how to achieve financial freedom.
Most of America's richest people made their fortune in real estate. Isn't it about time for you to learn how?
Tom Vu's real estate investing seminar has been written up by many newspapers across North America, from
Oh my
Quebec
God.
to Miami.
I started
Great.
with nothing, and I found a way to make a fortune in real estate. I've been showing thousands of people across America how to do this, and you can learn how too.
Tom Vu says the time to make a fortune in real estate is now.
To me, it's the easiest time to make a fortune in real estate in the 1990s. If you know how to take advantage of the current opportunity. A lot of people think there's a recession, savings and loan crisis. To me, it's a time to buy a lot of real estate at bargain price and make a fortune.
Uh-oh.
According to a recent
Sounds like
newspaper,
Antoinette there.
despite the recession, sales of existing homes managed to rise 3% last month. That rise of 3% was aided by lower mortgage rates and home prices. Tom Vu says now is the time for you to pick up bargain real estate to make big money.
There's always people making a lot of money in hard time. Are you going to be one of those few people like me?
Here's the proof. I took the Tom Vu seminar. I've got 10 houses here in my hand. What are you doing sitting there watching me when you should be figuring out a way to get to the Tom Vu seminar? Do it now.
I know you may be thinking, my course may be the same like everybody else. My course is not the same like everybody else. For example, in my unique training, I show people how to find good bargain real estate deal in bankruptcy, foreclosure, so they can make money right away. Think of an example. If you can locate a good bargain, nice house worth $300,000, and you can pick it up for $200,000, think of the potential profit you can make, especially if you have my knowledge of how to do that transaction with no money.
Hi, my name is Paul Minhas, and it's so simple to make money in foreclosure properties after taking Tom Vu's training, and I made 7 deals in 30 days, made $15,000. There are checks to prove it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I made $15,000 in 30 days. You want to make money? Go see Tom.
Do you think bargain property have a little for sale sign in front of the yard saying bargain property, $10,000 profit, come on in? I never seen a sign like that in my life. You need specialized knowledge. When you have the know-how to locate,
It's like it's gonna storm there. Jesus.
Take a look
The
at some
hell?
of these multi-million-dollar homes around here. Do you know that sometimes some of these owners could be motivated enough to discount their property way below market value, a few $100,000 up to several $100,000? Think about a fortune you could be made in one real estate transaction. That's what I do. Later in the program, I will show you some of the property that I bought and made a lot of money. Look, very simple. If you have the know-how to be at the right place, at the right time, and know what you're doing, you make a lot of money. It's only common sense.
Here's a house I bought after taking the Tom Vu seminar. I have a contract here for $240,420, all signed by all the people, for this beautiful property on 2 rolling acres in prestigious Northville, which is worth $400,000 today. If you want to learn how to make good deals like this, come and see Tom Vu.
I know a lot of you may say, if Tom Vu making so much money in real estate, why is he teaching seminar? Well, someday you are multi-millionaire, you have a lot of choices to spend your day. Today, I have a lot of choices to spend the day. Today, I could go yachting
A lot of
from Florida
choices.
to the Caribbean, having fun. Today, I could relax, enjoy life around my mansion, watching the waterfall in the front, the waterfall in the back, the pool look like the lake, waterfall inside the house. I got tired of hearing the water running. Or today, I can do something that gives me the greatest personal satisfaction that even money couldn't buy, is showing people how to be rich. Why? Because I can relate to you. A certain amount of you are watching me right now, are working so hard, you're willing to pay the price of success, you're willing to sweat, but you got nothing because you lack a vehicle to achieve financial independence.
Wow.
Years ago, when I first started out on my search to wealth, I wish there was a multi-millionaire self-made would show me his secret to financial freedom. That's why now I enjoy showing the serious, hard-working people in America, the one who doesn't mind to pay the price of success, the secret to be wealthy.
Don't go away. We'll be back with more Secrets of Success right after this important announcement.
Oh my God.
The majority of America's richest people made their fortunes in real estate, and many of them did it in bad times. Right now, thousands use the profit investment plan with no speculation, no credit, and with little or no cash. Famous real estate expert Tom Vu wants to show you how to become financially independent in today's economy. Learn the safe, simple, sure way to make money in real estate.
Look at those
even
amazing
if prices
properties.
are not going up. Discover the secret to financial freedom at the following free 2-hour seminar. Monday, February 18th at 10 a.m. only at the LaGuardia Royce Hotel, 9010 Grand Central Parkway.
Wow, remember when they used to do this shit? Wow.
Monday, February
Look at that.
18th at 3.
February 1991. Oh my God. Oh my God, that's amazing. That is amazing. I'm going to leave that up here. We'll come back to it later. Um, Yep. There you go. Replace the condos with crypto. That's a good man. You really turned off the sarcasm filter. I like it. I like it. Don't reinstall that filter. Okay, let's see what the Marine
Guys,
is
it's
saying.
always good to do due
He has
diligence.
been on a warpath lately, it seems like, about Adam Aaron, the Marine. So let's see here. It's like what would be so hard about Adam Aaron buying ape? Why doesn't he buy some ape? Well, because he's smart with his money.
Guys, it's always good to do due diligence to really look into things. And one of the things I started looking at is AMC insider selling and insider buying. And it's been all selling. They've been pointing that out. But here's something I noticed. That was Adam Aaron. He exercised his largest trade ever with 1 million shares on October 30th, 2020. Every single one of the executives, here's Mr. McDonald, every executive down the list on the top end, they all exercised their largest trades ever on October 30th. They made these giant purchases. And that's when it was like $2 and something a share, October 30th, 2020. Now you have to ask yourself, if you look at the commonalities of that, why did all these executives exercise the largest ever when they've been working for this company, buy the most shares at the lowest price they could in October of 2020, when the company was supposed to be going bankrupt? And if you recall, by December, Adam Aaron had figured out or came up with a way to raise capital and money to prolong the life of the company. You guys recall that? But notice this, is there's a trend. Why? And they all knew something. They had to have known something for them to all to take that risk of a company being down that low, and they're going to buy in like that all on the same day. Every single one of them did. Every one of the top executives all bought in on October 30th, or meaning they exercised their options. It's kind of peculiar because then by the time December rolled around, we had Trey and some of these people start pumping AMC and into January. I know I got in.
I mean, these are all sell transactions. He said that. He said that earlier. So okay.
Their options.
But then he's talking about them buying. Like I don't know what he's talking about.
Purchases. And that's when it was like
they're not.
The commonalities of that. Why did all these executives exercise the largest ever when they've been working for this company, buy the most shares at the lowest price they could in October of 2020, when the company was supposed to be going bankrupt? And if you recall, by December, Adam Aaron had figured out or came up with a way to raise capital and money to prolong the life of the company. You guys recall that? But notice this, is there's a trend. Why? And they all knew something. They had to have known something for them to all to take that risk of a company being down that low, and they're going to buy in like
don't ask, don't tell with the financial advisor.
Every single one of them did. Every one of the top executives all bought in on October 30th, or meaning they exercised their options. It's kind of peculiar because then by the time December rolled around, we had Trey and some of these people start pumping AMC.
I mean, he's showing shit on the screen.
I got in January.
These are the last 3 or 4 that he showed was like literally people selling their shares in June 2021. So I don't know. Yeah, and they're not purchases. They're part of their contract. They're part of their compensation. Yeah, that's true also. I mean, all right, what do we got here, Tommy? We'll get that next.
January. So I'm just looking at, you got to look at both sides of the picture, guys. And then what's really crazy is when you start looking at these directors, these are directors of the company. And the directors are independent directors, right? They sold their shares all around the same time in June 8th, June 9th. And these are not actual, they're directors or independent directors that are working for AMC that get, share options given to them. So it's just some crazy stuff. I mean, why would all the directors sell their shares all on the same day or within the same time period, June 8th, June 9th?
Probably because that was either the earliest time that they could sell them, or they're not fucking morons. When you guys were fucking buying the stock, they were fucking selling it. That's the difference. They're rich and you're poor. Basically, that's why.
And then why would all the executives, the top executives, be exercising their rights? Now here's Adam Aaron. You can see all of his sales. That dude came away with $42 million selling at some 30s and 40s and some high-end numbers. But here's the list, so you can see I'm not lying to you. You can see each one of those executives, who they are and what position they have. You can also see the ones that are called directors and independent directors like Anthony there and Gary Lockey. I just highly recommend you guys go to the website, type it in, click on a director.
Okay. Yeah, you know what? They used the retail investors as a contrarian indicator. So they saw that all the apes were screaming, hold to zero, hold, buy and hold. And they're like, good time to sell? Sell? All right, let's all sell. They used the contrarian indicator of the uninformed retail investors. Okay, let's see what we got here. Oh, I didn't mean to search for that. Why is it searching for it? Okay, Google. Oh, Wojak. Nice.
Have you seen the news on FIX?
What are you talking about? All my crypto and savings is in FIX.
Apparently they have frozen all withdrawals because they don't have enough money.
You are joking.
Go check.
FIX.
Holy moly, all my life savings of $10,000 are in FIX token. Let me try withdraw it all.
The guy you see next to me is the most generous billionaire in the world, and I found him.
Hi, my name is Sam, and this is my story.
Sam doesn't need the money to buy a Lamborghini or to buy a Rolex or to impress his friends. In fact, his car is a Toyota Corolla. Hold on, where's your car?
It's, that...
Oh my God. I can't believe these people are adults either. Level of just plain dipshittedness. Yeah, it's pretty incredible. It is pretty incredible. All right. We're going to check out a couple more. Here, and let me get back to the end here. Oh yeah, Frankie, we gotta do Frankie.
Hey, what's up? This Frankie, man. Let me say I'm not a financial advisor. Anything that I say in this video is for entertainment purposes only. Whatever I say in this video is my opinion. It may not necessarily be factual. Don't let what I say in this video be the determining factor as to whether you should buy, sell, or hold a stock. You know, I'm just an entertainer on YouTube. Check this out, man. What inspired me to do this video real quick before I get ready to go to work is, I watched the Marine video. And see, I know how a lot of apes in the AMC community, man, think. You know, I've been around long enough, so I know there's a lot of them gonna take issue with what he said in his video. For me, I don't have a problem with his video. I don't have a problem with what he said in his video. And I think he's being truthful in his video. But like I said, you can't please everybody, man. Somebody's gonna, as always, somebody, man, not gonna be happy. It's just that simple. But a nice video. But check this out, man. Although I said, man, I retired, I still work 2 jobs. So my schedule is real busy. So, man, I didn't create a YouTube channel to be a main source of income. Or I didn't do it to be the most popular ape in the community, man. That's not what it's about with me. I did the YouTube, I created the YouTube channel because, first of all, if anybody saw my first video, I did it because I got upset with something that Lou said about the GTCC not being responsible for paying us because they didn't know anything about it. So that pissed me off. I left a comment and he erased my comment. So after that happened, I said, you know what, man, I'm finna create a YouTube channel. So, man, I created the YouTube channel to make sure that we get paid and to fight the injustice that's taking place in the stock market as well as our stock. But see, make no mistake about it, man. I'm not going to be afraid not to tell the truth if I think it's the truth, man, just because a few people may get upset. Look, AMC as a company can do more than what they're doing as far as fighting the criminal activity in the stock market and the illegal liquor short. They can do more than what they're doing. But see, in my opinion, they taking the easy way out and they letting the 1%ers control, you know, the show. For several reasons, probably. But here's the thing, man. What they're trying to do, all of them, everybody, they're trying to screw over retail investors. You see what I'm saying? See, I've researched what it takes to get short sellers, criminal short sellers out of your stock.
Criminal short sellers.
What it takes to prevent criminal short sellers from shorting your stock. And when I got through doing the research, man, it's not an easy task to get criminal short sellers out of your stock or to prevent them from attacking your stock. It's extremely difficult because once you start fighting back as a CEO of a company, they're going to send their lawyers after you. They're going to start attacking you. They're going to start spreading disinformation and they're going to start trying to discredit the CEO and the company. So in essence, when you try to fight them because of the criminal activity that they doing in your stock, they're going to fight you back.
What?
So the question is, do AMC as a community, now, do AMC as a company, do they want that particular fight? Because we all know who the primary enemy is in our short squeeze play, and we know what type of power he got. So the question is, do AMC really want that fight? And I said, no. You see what I'm saying? And for those apes, man, that say that he can't, Adam Aaron can't say nothing or he can't do nothing because there's an ongoing investigation take place, I said, prove it. If there's an ongoing investigation taking place, my thing is, prove that. Don't just get on Twitter and just say that to try to look good.
Wow.
Or try to discourage people from doing
so
something.
now he wants proof, not of anything else like naked shorts or anything like that, synthetic shares, but God. Okay. Interesting.
If there's an ongoing investigation taking place, where's the documentation? Where's the receipt? I said, prove it. You see what I'm saying? Think about it. The SEC ain't never had a problem with letting you know if they're officially investigating somebody, they'll let you know that they're investigating somebody. They do it all the time. But they're not going to tell you that they are officially investigating somebody if they're not investigating. You see what I'm saying? And for those people, man, that's on Twitter that say that every time somebody try to bring up something other than buying and holding, for a lot of those people, man, that's on Twitter.
Right, exactly.
They attack those people.
Prove anything they believe.
See, a lot of those individuals on Twitter, in my opinion, they bots. And they're working on behalf of the hedge funds because they know we're dealing with criminals. And they know we're at a point to where it's probably going to take more than just buying and holding when you're dealing with these criminal short sellers. But a lot of these folks that's trying to make people look bad if they say something other
What the
than
hell is a
buying and
criminal
holding.
short
Man,
seller?
some of these people are bots, and some of these folks are working for hedge funds, and they don't want the problem to really be resolved. You see what I'm saying? That's where it is. And I'm gonna close with this, man. I'm just gonna keep it 100 with you. What I really think that's going on. This is what I really think
This is
going on.
great. This is fantastic right here. This takes the cake.
It's too many people in the short squeeze play. It's too many of us. They don't want to pay everybody. See what I'm saying? They need for a lot of us to leave the short squeeze play, to quit, to sell off. But see, man, I'm not finna do videos to try to push people out of the play and talk about the stock negatively and leave my shares in and get paid in diamond hand while other people leave the play because they got discouraged because of different information, that was put out there. But see, they need for people.
Frankie, what about this possibility, my friend? What if the people who sell out end up with more money in the end than you who diamond handed this thing? Wouldn't that be funny? Wouldn't that be hilarious? Fucking paper hands end up with more money than the diamond hands. I think we're pretty much in that situation right now.
To leave the play. And see, look, the one percenters and AMC, they see the complaints. They see the outcry. They hear you. They see you. But here's the thing, man. They want people out of the play. It's just that simple. They want people out of the play before they get ready to pay everybody. But see, AMC as a company, now all this is my opinion. AMC as a company, as well as these one percenters, they didn't have a problem, man, with 5 to 10 million people giving AMC all that money, giving hedge funds all that money, giving short sellers all that money by millions of us buying these shares. They didn't have a problem, man, with rich people, with people getting rich off us putting all our money in the stock market. See, they didn't have a problem with that. But see, they got a problem with wanting to pay everybody. So everybody, man, is trying to fuck over retail investors in this short squeeze play. So when you say I'm going to quit, man, they want you to quit. They want people to quit. AMC, in my opinion, they don't give a damn if you quit. It's too many of us in the play. So they don't care if you quit. They don't care if you get upset, you get mad with Adam Aaron, the play being prolonged. They don't care nothing about none of that shit. They don't care. They want people out of the play anyway before they get ready to pay. It's just that simple. And my thing is, man, if you believe that AMC as a company is doing everything that they can to stop these criminal short sellers and do what they need to do to get these folks out of the stock, man, that's on you. You can believe what you want to believe in, man, but I don't believe it. So you got to make a decision, man, how you want to deal with this situation or how we going to deal with the situation going into 2023. You see what I'm saying? But thank you for taking time out to watch the video. Have a nice day.
Have a nice day. Have a nice day. Which one do you want? Let's see. Okay. Oh. Is this oh, that's the one we already watched. Okay. Full ass denial right there. Yep. Okay, here we go. Here we go.
You're fired. You are underperforming and I found someone better for the job.
I want to break up with you. I'm in love with Chad.
Everybody is leaving me for someone better. Why am I not good enough?
I didn't even decide. I realized yesterday that I can actually, genuinely, right now, nothing is stopping me from becoming Batman. Okay, I have a Batmobile, a Bugatti. Yep. I can fight. Yep. Rich as fuck. I'm charismatic. There is nothing stopping me putting on a suit and being Batman.
What a nonsense. Somehow this man has a lot of fans. Let's give him another shot.
Water I drink is sparkling water because sparkling water is for rich people. You can get non-carbonated water, still water, from the fucking tap. The government gives you that shit, effectively for free. Sparkling water you have to buy. So if you only drink sparkling water, you only drink rich man's water.
Who on earth would follow this man's advice? Enough internet for today.
Don't like
watch another that video? Yes, button off. Good. Fies YouTube and social media with that videos.
Oh my God. Okay. Oh yeah, I wanted to do this real quick before we end with the Sam Bankman-Fried thing. So, here's Frankie's channel.
Hello, my name is Frankie. I'm an independent business owner for Total Life Changes. If you don't know what Total Life Changes is, it's a network marketing company in the health and wellness industry. It's one of the top health and wellness network marketing companies. And I've been with Total Life Changes for probably about 4 years. And they've been around since 1999. And one of our top selling products is the Strike Up. It's been out of stock for a long time. I'm doing this video because the Strike Up is now in stock. So it's back. It don't last long. And the Strike Up is a all natural sex pill for men. It's a natural enhancement, performance enhancer for men. Like I say, it's back in stock. One thing about the Strike Up is that it's an all natural product. You don't have to worry about getting the side effects that people would normally get from medications like Viagra and Cialis. Those type of medications are expensive and they have a lot of side effects. The Strike Up, or the Strike for Men, because we changed the name, it's the Strike for Men. And the Strike for Men, it comes in a box like this, and you get 6 pills, just like this. And you simply need to take the pill 30 minutes, at least 30 minutes before you plan on being intimate with your significant other. Like I said, it don't have any side effects. It's just put you in a position to where when it's time to perform, you can perform. It lasts up to 24 hours. It's 100% natural. It increases your endurance, your excitement, increase your performance, and it makes you harder. And like I said, it works just by you simply taking it 30 minutes before you get ready to perform. So it's back in stock. The Strike for Men with Total Life Changes is back in stock. I'm an independent business owner. So with Total Life Changes, you want to make sure anytime you get this product, you get it from an independent business owner. You don't just want to get the product from anybody, because people be on Amazon, they be on eBay, they be selling people knockoff, they be selling people the wrong product. So you want to make sure that you always get your products from an independent business owner with Total Life Changes. At the bottom of the video, I have a link to my blog post. You can read more about the Strike for Men. You can read more about the Strike for Men. You'll see where you can get the video. It have my email address and my phone numbers. If you have any questions.
Phone number, huh? Interesting. Well, we knew that. Okay. Makes you pee green. Probably does. Probably does. Okay. Let's see. We're gonna skip to 1751. This will be the last clip that we'll look at. This isn't necessarily AMC related, although it has a lot of the same overtones as AMC, let's say, right? I'll come back and sign off after we see this. So not gonna play it out with this. Let's see. 1751. Whoops. There we go.
I just want to respond to that, and please, I completely respect your question, but you
haven't seen that Antoinette? What the fuck? Well, when you're ready to fuck, you need to strike up. Strike for men, all natural, male enhancement. 30 minutes before you get ready to perform. Okay.
So I just want to respond to that, and please, I completely respect your question, but you have monopolized all of these discussions, CoffeeZilla. You need to let others speak, and you need to respond to what I'm saying and not grandstand as much here.
Don't tell me what to do. Entitled ass bitch.
I completely understand where you're coming from, but to answer your question, I didn't make a decision there. We processed withdrawals as we normally do until it became clear we couldn't anymore, at which point we shut them off. And it was the case that, like, at that point, there was a big liquidity hole. That's what happened. If you want to judge that process and think that, like, we should have been spending those days frantically trying to code up a new withdrawal process, I disagree with you, but I understand where you're coming from.
Yeah, sure. I think that's fine. I mean, it's not about coding up a new withdrawal process. It's about treating your client assets the way you told them they'd be treated, right? It's a very different thing completely. But anyways, I'll stop grandstanding for Sam. Thanks, guys. Oh my gosh. Woo! Oh my gosh. Wow. We got the call out. We got the shout out. All right. You can probably tell I was pretty excited about that because I finally got what I was looking for.
And I actually saw this. He wasn't the only one who got it, to be honest with you. There was another interview where Sam Bankman-Fried talked about the fungibility of dollars. I don't know if it was before or after this, though, so I guess I can't say for sure. But it's not about who's first. It's about what's second. I don't know. But yeah, I really don't understand what's going on with that. I don't understand. If you want to hear some delusional ranting about GameStop and how their earnings were great, watch the Morant's Rants stream, because that's what you're going to get there. Other than that, oh, look at this. AMC stock. Judge just banned AMC stock. A judge just banned AMC stock. Finance News says AMC preferred equity stock conversion coming. 1 share of Ape equals 1 share of AMC. Matt Stoner, literally the only thing that he's got going for him is his pressed motherfucking shirts. His dry cleaned ass motherfucking shirts. Like, what the hell? But I lied. Let's end with Angelo. New York Angie. Oh, look. Free virtual girls chat in your city.
Well, guys, things just became a little more complicated Legendary investor Jim Rogers just predicts the longest and worst bear market in the history. He's talking about stocks that will be going down 70, 80, 90%.
Everybody knows that.
He said,
That's probably why it won't happen.
That's going to happen. I just don't know when. And guys, he's been on the market forever. And he said that for the lifetime of his experience on the markets, this particular bear market will be the worst. And guess what? What he actually suggests fixing the economy and the general markets and cryptocurrency market as well. He essentially said that Jerome Powell should act very, very tough. He said, because we've made so many mistakes around interest rates, we'll have to go very, very high. We have very serious recession. Many people will go bankrupt. We already saw many people have been laid off. I already hearing people working in these tech companies are waiting to see if their company will actually lay off 10, 15, 20% of the workforce. Mind-blowing. He also said there is no other way to solve the problem other than to have double digits. He's talking about double-digit interest rate hikes. Freaking believable. Just think about that. People are expecting 100 basis points, 75 basis points, and Jerome Powell sits and said, you know, we're gonna do 10% increase. And guys, gotta be honest, I truly believe what he's saying, and I truly believe that he understands what will be delivering this to the market.
I bet it was.
This actually happened. He's, aware that this interest rate hike will bring a lot of pain on the market, institutional and individual investors level.
At least Angelo keeps his videos short, you know. But is that all? Just talking about.
You have better logistics, and when you can actually move goods from one part of the world to another without any issues, right? Maybe the prices will find a lower level of support, and this bet won't be as good as many other bets that will be available on the market at this point. Leave your thoughts in the comment section. I definitely feel that.
Well, that was a waste of time. I'll play this out. Okay, I'm gonna play. I do have something I'm gonna play out to play us out, so to speak. This is Michael Saylor, and he has a pretty decent take on the whole FTX Sam Bankman-Fried thing here. So I don't know what podcast this was on originally, but yeah. So I'll just let this play. It's 12 minutes. Stick around and watch it if you want. I've watched this clip 2 or 3 times, and I feel like it it's like really highlights how ridiculous the whole fucking thing is. Like, not even the collapse, but just the whole thing. Anyway, have a good night. Thanks for being here, guys. Hit the like button and subscribe if you need to. Also, come on in the Telegram chat if you want. We got a Telegram chat group here. Here it is. Here's Telegram. See Telegram. The link to that's in the description, and we'd love to have everybody join. Literally everybody. All 1,100 and however many there are. Anyway, see you there, or see you on the next stream. And here's Michael Saylor on SBF. Catch y'all later.
Did the guys in the industry like yourself, the heavyweights, were you aware that?
Of course, now it picks the time. Now it decides to be slow. I guess we don't. I don't like Michael Saylor that much. All right.
Did the guys in the industry like yourself, the heavyweights, were you aware that something was going on at SPF or no?
Yeah, I mean, I think that you have the Bitcoin community opposite the crypto community, and there's been a low-grade sort of boiling guerrilla war between the two camps for the past 2.5 years. And Sam is kind of like the poster child of the crypto world. Right? Sam makes billions of dollars on an unregulated exchange offshore. He makes billions of dollars issuing his own air token. He spends hundreds of millions of dollars giving to the crypto lobby and to politicians. And one of their messages is, Bitcoin is bad for the environment. It uses too much electricity, but not to fear. We have a staked air token, which does the same thing as Bitcoin, and it's environmentally friendly. So, we've always seen that going on. And I think that, the Bitcoin community would say, there's something ethically broken about being able to issue your own unregistered security, right? They call it committing the sin of shitcoinery.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
So Sam and most of the people in the crypto world were always guilty of the sin of shitcoinery, or pumping and promoting unregistered securities. And that was obvious. I think, that was obvious to the chair of the SEC, to most politicians, right? The phrase that pops up over and over again is the vast majority of all crypto tokens are unregistered securities. But I think the diabolical twist in the FTX story that none of us saw coming, but it is particularly diabolical, is so Sam creates, $8 billion worth of air token with SRM and FTT. Then he issues himself locked token, secret locked token, marks it up on his balance sheet by another $4 to $8 billion and calls it $16 billion worth of collateral. Okay. Then he goes shopping for a bank to give him a loan against this. Well, if I took $1 billion of Apple stock and I went to a legit bank, Bank of America, JP Morgan, Goldman Sachs, I say I got $1 billion of Apple stock, they would say, well, we will give you collateral value for up to the amount you have, or 5% of the daily trading liquidity on a legitimate regulated exchange. So if you show me a security that trades $1 billion a day and you have $1 billion of it, I might give you $50 million of collateral value. And that means you could borrow $25 million against it at 50% loan to value, but I'm going to margin call you if it moves a tick. So it means, practically speaking, $1 billion of that legit security is probably going to give you $10 million worth of a loan.
On $1 billion.
On $1 billion.
That's 1%.
Okay, right? Because the gating factor is, what's 5% of the trading liquidity of that token or that asset? Because if I have to dump that thing in the market, I want to sell the entire position without moving the price.
Sure.
Okay, so that's the traditional world onshore. What Sam did was generated $14 to $16 billion worth of Solana, FTT, Serum, and then he went shopping for a bank to give him a loan. But he didn't want, you wouldn't get a loan from Goldman Sachs on it. No one's going to borrow you money, at least no non-crypto company. So what he did was he went to himself. He runs a bank called FTX. He applied for a loan from himself. He granted himself the loan.
For a loan from himself.
Well,
right?
secretly applied. He didn't tell anybody, but when they say, well, Alameda had a margin account and the margin position was slightly bigger than I thought, what he means is, oh yeah, they pledged a few $1 billion of air token, gave themselves a $10 billion loan, and they extracted, even if he had pledged $15 billion worth of air token, giving yourself a $10 billion loan means that you gave yourself about 100x the collateral value you would have got on a regulated exchange onshore. So what he did was, in essence, extract $10 billion of real stuff, dollars, Bitcoin, saleable assets, and he pledged $10 billion worth of air token stuff. And of course, it's a double diabolical thing. Here's the problem. So I create a token, I have 300 million tokens, and then I basically trade it with myself. Like, I give it to you and you work for me and you give it back to me. Then I lean on it, so I lever it up 10 to 1. On FTX, you could lever it 20 to 1. Then I borrow your money, you're a depositor, so I take your money, you have $10 million, I lever it up 20 to 1, I have $200 million, I buy my own token, I drive my token up by $5, $5 times 300 million makes me 1.5 billion in collateral. I post the collateral, and then I withdraw $1 billion of 100,000 people's money. I put it in Alameda, and then Alameda gives a $3.5 billion loan to Sam, right? He gave $3.3 billion to either himself or his personal family holding company. So here's the diabolical twist. I didn't just generate $10 billion of an unregistered security to dump it on the unsuspecting retail. That would take me 500 trading days, dumping 20 million a day, right? He didn't do that. What he did is he generated $10 billion in unregistered security and then just borrowed $10 billion secretly from his depositors and then went and gambled it, traded it, spent it, lost it. And,
how?
And that is like, it's particularly impressive.
How do you, so here's a question. You know how he goes and he raises the $2 billion, okay? And he gets the $2 billion from not small people. He gets it from the best of the best of the best, right? You got BlackRock, you got Insight. You know the names.
Yeah.
I don't need to give you the names. You know the names. So
major names, right?
Then they don't get any seats, board seats in return. These are very, very smart people who are seeing this. Are they just as responsible for the fall of FTX as Sam Bankman-Fried is?
The Bitcoin maximalist would say that the problem in crypto is greed, arrogance, and foolishness. Okay, anybody that's investing in it is either greedy, arrogant, or foolish. So there's three constituencies that got taken for billions of dollars here. The VC investors put $2 billion into an offshore exchange. The exchange, just to be clear, was unethical and illegal from the very beginning. It's illegal to do what they did in the U.S., and it's unethical if you think I am front-running my customers, issuing a token, manipulating the price of the token, dumping it on them.
If you did that in stocks, you're going to jail if you front-run.
It's absolutely illegal.
Yeah.
Right? FTX was its own regulator, its own market maker, its own exchange, the issuer. Right, all at the same time. This is such a and the hedge fund, too much conflict of interest. So, but the three constituencies are the VC that put the $2 billion into FTX. They were supporting basically an offshore, unregulated casino, running in opaque fashion, account of the interest of its own customers. They didn't ask for a board seat. They didn't do due diligence. They were chasing what they thought was insane gains, right? FTX is showing a company that goes from 50 million in revenue to 500 million in revenue to $1 billion in revenue, and they thought they just had the next great thing. So, Sam lies that any con, right, is like, I think I'm getting a deal that's too good to be true, and the con man is lying to me. We're all lying to each other, and so that's the first $2 billion goes down the drain. There's another $4 billion or something like that in just loans made by crypto industry. I think Alameda borrowed hundreds of millions and billions of dollars from Genesis, from Three Arrows, from Voyager, from Celsius, from BlockFi, etc. So it's like if you start with this fiction that FTT is a real thing. If I create, again, like yo-yo token and I manipulate the price up to $10 billion by trading 2% of the float, if you think it's a real thing and I act like it's a real thing, then I pledge it as collateral and you give me real stuff for an air thing. And so there's like $4 billion of that, and they went and they lost half of that. That was part of the reason that Voyager and BlockFi going bankrupt. And the reason that Sam wanted to bail them out is he didn't want to actually have the loans called, right? He was actually trying to buy BlockFi and buy Voyager with FTX equity, which of course is fraudulent and worth nothing. But if I borrowed $1 billion from a company and they want the money back and I can simply give them $1 billion of equity, take over the company, and not pay the loan back, I can roll the entire fraud forward. So that's the second. The third is, this is also diabolical. FTX said, we're built by traders for traders, and Sam bragged that they only charge like 3 basis points trading fee, and he was 30 times cheaper than Coinbase or much cheaper than Binance. So he's stealing customers off of the other crypto exchanges by, in essence, offering near free trading. He's not trying to make money off the trading. He's trying to actually get the assets on his platform, because once he had the assets on his platform, he basically used FTX like his own personal piggy bank. It's like there's $10 billion there, Everybody else is going to get wiped out if their margin positions trade down 20% for a minute, except Alameda. Alameda has God mode. They never get margin called. So in an exchange, you know, like in the U.S., it's illegal to go more than 50% loan to value. That means you're kind of like, you start with $1 million, you borrow $500,000, you're 1.5x levered. Okay, well, FTX started with 100x leverage, and then they backed it down to the responsible 20x leverage, which means that you post $1 million and you can take a $20 million
insane. Okay. Who allows that?
Now, here's the insane. What if I put $1 billion of air token, FTT, on the exchange? I recognize you, and I let you take a $10 billion bet. Like, whatever, you took a $10 billion bet, now you withdraw $4 billion of real cash, and you use that to buy property and buy everything under the sun. So Sam basically, he scraped billions from unsuspecting investors in Silicon Valley. They should have known better. He took billions from crypto hedge funds and crypto banks like BlockFi and Voyager. They should have known better. And then he took probably 10 billion or more from depositors on his exchange. They have the best argument. It's like they were staring at terms and conditions that said he's not going to rehypothecate or use their assets. And he just, you know, he lured them with the promise of cheap trading, high leverage. And, you know, if you thought, well, Sam is manipulating the price of FTT and Serum and Solana, and he was, right? That's illegal and unethical, right? It's a pump and dump scheme. We talked about this before. But if you accept the idea that crypto tokens that are issued by some offshore, you know, dude are okay, then you're thinking, well, I guess I want to go buy some of that and get behind Sam and Alameda because they're going to drive the price up. And I think Solana went from, you know, $3 to, what did it go to, 50? You know, it went way up, and FTT went to $50 a token or something. So you could have made a lot of money trading those tokens, but you probably would have wanted to go to the FTX exchange because, you know, guess what? Newsflash, it's illegal in the U.S.
Order your future looks bright hat. Click over here.